A lot of people like their products, and this one in particular is no different, okay? Hey guys, welcome back. I want to say what's up to all the subbies, and I want to say what's up to all the newbies. That's everybody checking me out, maybe for the first time, maybe not. It's okay. I just thank you for checking me out in the first place. Just come on in. Everybody come on in, come on in, come on in. Relax, take a seat. This is not going to take long. Today, we are going to revisit, I did a video called Be a Lion, where I talk about how we can really boost our fine strands, okay? Often referred to as thin hair, but again, just like in that video, I'm not talking about thinning hair as far as the loss of hair, because that's something different. We're talking about fine strands, where the actual strand is actually more narrow, okay? More narrow, therefore fine. I was talking about how we can boost that and so forth and so on. And a couple of you, I said, hey, if you want me to talk a little bit more about the shampoos, which would be the volumizing and the thickening shampoos, just let me know. Just give me a holler down below and let me know. And a couple of you guys did. So we're going to revisit that really quickly and actually name some of the shampoos that have really been applauded as far as doing what they say, adding volume as well as thickness to fine strands. So without further ado and with no more delay, we're going to hop right to it, okay? So first of all, just to make the little distinction again, small distinction, but worth noting, volumizing shampoos, they basically focus in on cleansing the scalp. So they make sure that the scalp is really clean and clear of impurities, which helps to lift the roots, okay? So volumizing, they basically raise the roots. You remember like raise the roof? So raise the roots, okay. Anyway, so they raise the roots, okay? Volumizing, they basically focus in on the roots. And thickening shampoos, they engorge the strands, thus making them thicker and appear thicker by using proteins and collagens and other plumping agents, okay, to give us that full look that we want. A lot of shampoos employ the both. They employ a volumizing agent as well as a thickening agent, okay, or thickening agents, and they work together, okay? These two things work together to help give us the appearance and the feel of fuller, thicker hair. So after that briefing, we're going to really talk about the shampoos that give us the 1-2 punch as far as volumizing and thickening. So number one, okay, on my list, even though I'm not really going in any particular order, but I have to say this was either number one or number two on many lists, okay? And I mentioned it in the other video, but now I'm really going to mention it and get down with the Kerastase. This one is called Kerastase Densifique, okay? Densifique. Kerastase Densifique. Now this one, again, lots of people praise it and lots of people have really benefited from using this particular product, okay? It really drives it home as far as volumizing and thickening the strands. This one has been touted as giving great body. It employs the help of hyaluronic acid, okay, to help boost strands with hydration. It shampoos really well, okay, lathers up and shampoos and cleans your hair as well as your scalp very well without any residue, and it's very lightweight, okay? So it's very lightweight. So that's another thing with volumizing shampoos. They tend to be on the lightweight side of things because, again, with fine hair, we do not want to weigh our hair down. We don't need a whole lot of products that are going to weigh it down. Volumizing shampoos tend to do the most with the least as far as any other extras. So Kerastase has been very lauded or highly lauded in this avenue. A lot of people, they appreciate its efficacy and following through with exactly what it says it's going to do. So if you're looking for something that's going to add some thickness to your fine strands, Kerastase may be the go-to for you. Now, on the opposite side of the spectrum, as far as cost-wise, because we know that Kerastase, it can be a little pricey. Depending on your perspective, it can be a little pricey. So on the opposite end of that, and we're going to ping pong a little bit with these prices and as far as, the different tiers of what's available and what lines up with your coinage, okay? With that being said, on the opposite end of the dollar spectrum, we have Garnier Fructis. Now, anybody who's familiar with my regimen, you already know that I'm a huge fan of Garnier Fructis. It is a drugstore brand that has a lot under its umbrella as far as different offerings. And they also have a volumizing shampoo as well. This one is called Garnier Fructis Full and Plush. Okay. Full and plush. So not only does it clean very well, it cleanses well, but it also leaves your hair feeling already conditioned. It leaves it feeling moisturized and not stripped. So that's a good thing. We definitely like that. On top of that, it gives great volume. Okay, so this is a volumizing shampoo that focuses in on cleaning your scalp. So therefore, it does that very well, and it really lifts up those roots and gets you plenty of volume. If you want to pump up the volume, you can definitely use this. And this is very readily available at most drugstores and supermarkets and things of that sort. And on top of that, it smells like fruit. Okay, so that's a good thing, unless you have an aversion to smells or fruity smells or smells of fruit and things of that sort, then maybe that's not for you. But for everybody else or anybody who's interested, it does smell like fruit, so it has a fruity scent. But yes, Garnier Fructis has a volumizing shampoo that you may want to check out as well. So moving on down the list, we have Biolage. Okay, now Biolage, it's also a company. It's under the Matrix banner. And I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the hair company, Matrix. And they're very well known in the hair community as far as salon products and other offerings. It can be readily found at like the Ultas and other stores, even online. But Biolage, they have a lot of different offerings as well as far as hair care. And they have a volumizing and thickening shampoo called Biolage Volume Bloom Shampoo. Okay? Biolage Volume Bloom Shampoo. Now this one, just like the other ones, this one cleans and purifies your hair and your scalp. And it boasts an effective thickening formula, okay, that involves biotin, zinc PCA, which is a DHT blocker. Okay, side note, DHT, that's basically a hormone that can cause your hair follicles to shrink and have them appear to look thinner, as well as to fall out faster, okay? So zinc PCA helps to neutralize this DHT. And on top of those two, it also has gluco omega. Gluco omega, that's basically going to penetrate the strands, okay, and reinforce them with moisture. So with all these things working together, along with other things that's in this bottle, okay, in this bottle of shampoo, it's really going to thicken your strands as well as moisturize, as well as strengthen. So again, if you're on the lookout for a product that is really going to go to task for you, you may want to check out the Biolage, because they got a lot of things in this little bottle that's supposed to really protect your strands as well as plump them up. So moving right along, we're going to ping pong and we're going to go back up the coast, back up to the higher end spectrum, okay, as far as the dollar spectrum. We are going to talk about Oribe. Oribe products, okay? Now, a lot of people like these products, and guess what? They also have a volumizing shampoo. Yes, they do. And it is called, keenly enough, Oribe Shampoo for Magnificent volume. Okay, so they're not very shy about what this shampoo can do. They just up there telling you this is for magnificent volume. Okay, this is what they're boasting. So not only is it supposed to be great for limp and fine hair, okay, so therefore it's not going to weigh it down with anything extra. You know, we call it the kitchen sink around here, but it's not going to be doing a whole lot and doing this and shooby-doo and ba ba ba. It is going to do more with less as far as fine hair is concerned. This one is color safe, okay? Well, actually the Biolage is color safe too, okay? So I should have mentioned that. But this one by Oribe, that's what we're talking about, this one is also color safe. So anyone who has color in their hair, this is safe to use without feeling like it's going to strip that color from your strands. And it also gives weightless moisture. So it gives you weightless moisture, and it employs botanical extracts, okay, to really plump up those strands. Now I have to tell you, again, on a lot of the lists that I looked at, this one popped up as well. So this is on the higher end of the spectrum. But again, if you're a DIY, if you are a kitchen beautician, and no matter what, really, if you're on the hunt for something that really works for you, you are worth it, okay? You're worth the extra couple of dollars here and there. In my opinion, you are worth the investment. So if nothing else has worked for you, you may want to just add a couple of dollars, to your hair budget. And check this one out, because this one also has been highly lauded. And again, it came up on a lot of lists. It came up on a lot of lists as far as a great, well, according to them, a magnificent volumizing shampoo. Okay, so I don't want to understate it because they said it's magnificent. So we're going to call it magnificent. So with that being said, they seem to really hold up to all of their claims, okay? This particular product seems to hold up to what it is claiming to do, according to, those who have used it. So again, if you're looking for something, you don't mind spending a couple of extra coinage on it, you may want to check it out. The Oribe Magnificent Volumizing Shampoo. Now we're going to ping pong, or we're going to bounce back down the scale, okay? This one is also another drugstore offering. This one is by OGX. So this one, they also have a volumizing shampoo, and this popped up on a couple of lists too. And guess what? You can find it at the drugstore. So this one is called Thick and Full. It's straight to the point. OGX Thick and Full. Okay, so not only is it sulfate free, but it lathers really well. Okay, because sometimes when shampoos are sulfate free, because sulfates, that's the surfactant that really gives you that lathering effect. Okay, it gives you that those bubbles. Well, this one, it says that it does it. Even though it's sulfate free, it's going to give you those bubbles. It's going to give you that lather, that foaminess that we look for, okay, as a cue that it's really cleaning our hair. And it also has, as far as the list of ingredients, it has biotin as well. And it also has bamboo extract, which is supposed to strengthen your hair. It helps to strengthen your hair. Not only does it strengthen the hair, it helps improve blood circulation. It's scalp soothing. It is an antioxidant. All these things, it helps give a great environment to grow a healthy and promote a thicker mane. Okay, remember, be a lion. Meow. Remember, roar. Okay. So it's going to help do that. OGX or OGX Beauty. This is from them, and you may want to check it out. Again, it's readily available at drugstores, including Walmart. So again, you may want to check it out. Okay. So these last two, for all those who are looking for a more natural alternative, okay, a natural approach to dealing with their fine hair, I have two more offerings, okay? One you may have heard of as far as the company, and one maybe not, okay? It's new to me, so it may be new to you as well. So the first one is by Aveda, okay? Now I've talked about Aveda before, so this is probably very familiar to a lot of you. So they have a volumizing shampoo. This one is by Aveda, and it is called Aveda Pure Abundance Volumizing Shampoo. Okay, Pure Abundance Volumizing Shampoo. Now, again, Aveda, they basically deal with plant-based, their products are basically plant-based. So with that being said, this one is no different. This one uses the likes of wheat proteins as well as aloe vera to help thicken the strands as well as giving volume to our roots, giving us an overall fuller look to our hair. So that's one, that's Aveda. And the other one, again, is pretty new to me. This one is by a company called Davines, okay? Davines. And this one, the product is called Volume. So Volume by Davines. Davines is a company that really strongly believes in not testing on animals, and they are environmentally aware, okay? So they are very strict about how they do their products. They don't put a whole lot of parabens or anything of that sort. And so I felt that it warranted going on the list as well, because it did pop up on a couple of lists as far as treating fine hair. So with that being said, not only does it give great fullness and body to thin strands, thus making it look fuller, but it is also paraben free. Okay, so it's paraben free, but at the same time, it lathers and cleans your hair very well. Cleans your hair very well, but guess what? It doesn't strip it, okay? Doesn't strip it or leave it feeling dry. And very interesting, it uses turnip, okay? Turnip extracts to help lift the roots, okay? Thus, again, giving your hair a fuller look. So it cleans, it doesn't strip, it will not leave your hair high and dry. That's basically what it is claiming. And again, it's on a lot of lists as far as a good shampoo for those with finer strands, limp hair. So again, you may want to check it out. I would say this one is more so mid-range as far as the price. It's not very, in fact, it's not high, it's not low. I would think it's pretty much in the middle. It's not an expensive product from what I could tell. You can find it online, and I believe they also have their own website if you want to read up more about their products, as well as their company's statement and how they are very dedicated to certain things, including the environment, like I said. So yeah, you may want to check this one out. This one is a newbie to me, so it may be a newbie to you as well. So introducing Volume by Davines. Don't you guys just love learning about new products? I know I do. So anyway, so that was pretty new to me. So with that being said, that is the list. That is the list that I have compiled of good shampoos, okay, and a lot of them have an accompanying conditioner with it. But these shampoos that I named, they pretty much combine the two. They volumize as well as thicken, okay? They run the gamut as far as price, so you can pretty much find one that you feel comfortable with as far as price-wise. Now, everybody's different, okay? So you have to find what works for you. But these are on my list. You may have some that you may want to offer up. And if you do, anything that I haven't mentioned, please just let us all know down below. I do want to say, as far as volumizing and thickening shampoos, someone brought this up in my post, and you know who you are. As far as a lot of them do use proteins. I know some people are protein sensitive, or they're always on the lookout for shampoos that don't have any proteins in them. These, as far as I can tell, use some type of protein, okay? They really do, to plump up the strands. They use proteins. So you may want to just read the bottles, read the ingredients. Again, know your hair. Again, I always say that we have to know our hair and what's good for it. But for those who try and stay away from proteins, you may want to read the ingredients and see what works or doesn't work for you. But as far as I know and what I can tell, most volumizing and thickening shampoos, they do use proteins, just like what I said in the beginning. They use collagens, proteins, and other certain ingredients and certain agents to help plump up those strands, okay? So definitely be aware of that, okay, for anyone who's looking not to get into any type of protein product. But I think that's worth mentioning as well. So with that being said, let me know what you think, okay? Again, if you have anything to add, just let us all know down below. Other than that, that wasn't too bad, right? We were in and out, okay? So I want to thank you so much for dialing in and showing up. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I really do. And yeah, we'll be back talking about some more stuff. I told you we are going down this list. I keep my word up in this piece. And that's what we're doing. We're going down the list. So we'll be back talking about more stuff that is on the list that we haven't talked about yet. And some stuff we're going to revisit, okay? So you gotta come back for that. So you already know. It's going to be the same Dolce dial. It's going to be the same Dolce channel. So you come on back.